It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Hello and welcome to my AEW review. Obviously, this is a very different show tonight. We all know since Saturday the passing of Brodie Lee at the age of 41, also known as Luke Harper, whatever you want to call him or whatnot, that tonight this would be a very special show, a celebration of life show in his honor. We all know whatever they had planned for tonight, that was changed. So, like I said, this is a tribute show to Brodie Lee. We did kick it off as the entire roster and I believe staff and others were on stage with Brodie Lee's wife and kids there as they did a 10-bell salute with the graphic before they started off the show tonight. Basically had a lot of video messages from the roster speaking about Brodie Lee on basically any type of interaction they had with him or what they knew him, because they did show Jon Moxley first, how he used to have a great time with him, just traveling with the guy, just going from bingo halls to packed stadiums, and talking about how this year's just been a heavy toll for everyone, and this one just feels like just a soccer kick to the gut and whatnot. But tonight would be a celebration, and never take anything for granted and whatnot. And he said he loved Brodie, and he's grateful that he knew him. Obviously, I will say tonight I'm not really gonna critique as much as these matches, given that this is a tribute show. A couple of stuff happened did happen. That kind of had to do with the show and whatnot, but mostly everything was here just a tribute show, so it's not a lot to speak on. So I'll still speak on it, but not as much as I usually do, just kind of given what's going on tonight. But we did kick it off with Matt Hardy and Private Party, which Matt looked like Private Party's all cheerful, but Matt a little bit more serious tonight, going against the Young Bucks and Colt Cabana. Obviously, all the Dark Order members were all going to have matches on the show tonight, teaming with whoever was on the roster. So we did kick it off with this 6-man tag. Not a bad 6-man, I should say that. Now, I know one thing to take from this was when Matt Hardy got the chair and like he was going to do something, but Mark Quinn didn't want to, he didn't want to go that way, and Cabana ended up taking out Matt Hardy. They ended up hitting Chicago Skyline onto Orange Cassidy. That's Isaiah Cassidy. Man, I'm used to saying his name, but Isaiah Cassidy. The Bucks end up hitting like the Meltzer driver onto Mark Quinn with the whole bang for your buck thing, and then I think they hit the bang for your buck, and then the Superman win by Cabana for the win. Right after then, the Acclaim came out. They were about to say something, but SCU ended up attacking them from behind and whatnot. Pretty much, throwing them out and everything. So we didn't really get to... I don't know what the Acclaim were going to do, but they basically got beat up right here then. So, like I say, just a 6-man tag. That's mostly what I could say from this. Cabana and them picking up the win. Like I said, I know very emotional. A lot of roster was tonight too. Mostly, looking up in the sky and whatnot. I know they played a Darby Allin video package, how he first met him and everything. Which went on to the next 6-man tag, which we got Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Lance Archer, who was dressed as Luke Harper and whatnot. We have the the blue jeans and the white shirt and whatnot. The dirty wife beater and everything. So he dressed like Luke Harper. They went against Eddie Kingston and the Butcher Baker and the Candlestick. Butcher Blade, Candlestick Maker, whatever. And Eddie Kingston, he wanted to just come out, talk about Brodie. Says he loves him and he misses him. But now Nice is out of the way. He said that the Dark Order is nothing without him, and he's going to prove it. He ain't lying about that. They kind of not when you think about it. So, even before he was in it, they weren't really nothing anyway. So, he's not lying about that. Like I said, we got another 6-man and whatnot, and it ended up with the Dark Order and Lance Archer going over as they hit the fatality onto Blade for the win. Right after then, I know they hit Eddie Kingston, pretty much went for Eddie Kingston in. Jake Roberts hit him with a clothesline. The short arm clothesline, which they said he invented that move. So Jake Roberts getting to move in also. I know they spoke to more of the roster. Speaking on Brodie Lee tonight from Dax Harwood and what was it that one of the referees, I forget his name, Bryce Rimberg. He's got my name, but his is with a Y. I got an I, so we spoke on him tonight. Next, Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and Hangman Page. It's one thing also to say that every time the Dark Order came out, they all came out as a group. Every match they came out tonight, they came out as a group. John Silver kind of had Brodie Lee's gear and whatnot. And everything. Next, the Inner Circle came out. MJF and Santana and Ortiz, LAX right there, which you have the Puerto Rican trunks on tonight. So, kind of make sure he's in the Inner Circle and everything. Listen, I don't know what's going on being the Elite all the time, but I guess Silver and Reynolds had papers, and I guess they had something to do with the show, so I don't really know what's going on with that. MJF trying to talk, to crap about Brodie's kid, Brodie Jr., -1 out there, which he was out at ringside the entire night. Not a bad 6-man and everything. One thing to talk about in this match was I don't know what that Canadian Destroyer, what's the name, did to MJF. John Silver, but it's like a house of fire out there, pretty much hitting a lot of crazy moves, I will say that, which, like I said, he was on a big attack and whatnot, and even, like I said, he did that Canadian Destroyer, but the Inner Circle came back. MJF hit the Heat Seeker, which he looked like he was about to get the win, but Alex Reynolds broke it up after, LAX also hit their finisher also. Wardlow got involved and was going at Silver. But next thing Eric Rowan showed up. Eric Rowan, folks, Jericho, by the way, I forgot to say Chris Jericho was on commentary too. He kept saying Eric Rowan, but they had to keep saying Eric Redbeard, okay? And, he started coming in, clearing the ring. I will admit, I popped for Rowan right there, or Redbeard and whatnot, and he showed up in the crowd did too. Cause I'm like, oh shit, that's Eric Rowan. He came out of nowhere. And he's going out attacking freaking Wardlow and whatnot. So they brought him in. Hangman, he hit the buckshot onto Ortiz. MJF broke up the pin, and then next thing you know, MJF walked up to Brodie Jr. He ripped his mask off and spit on it then, and then Brodie Jr., he hit him with a kendo stick and to the face, which I know it looked like a very weak kendo stick, but he hit him with the kendo stick shot. Hangman ended up slashing onto MJF onto the ground. John Silver came in with Brodie's, big discus clothesline and pinning Ortiz for the win for this match. Right after, Silver and, it was very emotional. And Redbeard, which I think is probably one of the more emotional parts of the night, was when he held up a sign and said, goodbye for now, brother. See you down the road. As both men had started crying then. So, like I said, it was a very nice tribute. And it was cool that they got his son involved also in this match too, letting him get a shot in. So, like I said, it was very good. Like I said, it's a tribute show, and they really wanted to go out for him big time right here. I know you saw the Eddie Kingston tribute video also, talking about Brodie. Next was Anna Jay and Tanara Conti versus Britt Baker and Penelope Ford. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. This match felt very slow and bad. It really was, okay? All 4 of these women are green. Let me say that right off the bat, okay? I could count so many botches, especially that Rebel botch, which I didn't know where she was trying to throw Conti. I will say it was basically Team Ass versus Baker and Penelope Ford. Okay, don't count out Rebel, but listen, we both know Anna Jay and Tanara Conti have a lot of cake behind them, and I'm sure you know what type of cake I'm talking about. So that's one positive thing about this match, okay? This match felt very slow, all right? It felt real slow for some reason. It's like these women were moving in slow motion. But like I said before, they are all green. Like I said, I'm trying not to go that deep into it, but even I had to sit there like, good God, this match was slow. it did end up with Anna Jay and getting the win as she put in her the Queen Slayer and everything. To take out Baker. And, like I said, she was emotional, kind of looking up and whatnot, trying to just keep it together. Britt Baker then started talking about this is all a rig. All right, it's all conspiracy. It's all a rig. You hear me? A rig. A big rig, as she said, until Thunder Rosa ended up attacking her from behind. So, yes, we still got the Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker feud going on. They also went to Chris Jericho, talking about his memory since he wrestled Brodie Lee about 27 times. Got to meet him, because about to get him. Like, between him and Moxley, they all wrestled in the WWE, so I'm probably sure they know him for very longer and whatnot. And Jericho talked about his dog and how it was just nice to Brodie. They would always attack everybody, wouldn't attack him just because of a good person he was. And in the main event, this was the Brodie Jr. Dream match, which it was Team Taz, Brian Cage, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Ricky Starks versus Cody Rhodes, 10, and Orange Cassidy, because it's his son's favorite wrestler, Orange Cassidy. Like I said, once again, no good 6-man. It's not much to say about a lot of these matches, okay? It was basically the Dark Order won throughout all the night, and, Cody and them, they hit basically a whole bunch of moves onto Starks until, but 10 hit the spine buster for the win then. But then next thing you know, Team Taz attacked from behind. Even Hobbs right there, his son Hobbs, Taz ended up hitting some type of... He hit one move, I will say that. But the lights went out. Darby Allin came out with his skateboard. And then the lights went out again. And who shows up? It's Sting! And basically, you got the same segment what we've seen 3-4 weeks in a row. With Sting coming out. Which I swear everybody questions this about why does Sting really have snow? What has he ever been associated with snow? And still has this Game of Thrones music. I don't know sometimes, but it's Sting, folks. It's Sting! But Sting came out with the baseball bat and Team Taz back. Like the same thing 4 weeks in a row. Just Taz and them are out there. They attack. They get ready to see what they're going to attack next. But lights go out, and it's mostly either Darby Allin, but it's all mostly Sting, which we have seen 4 weeks in a row. Could it be a 5-on-5 from this? I do not know, okay? But Sting and Darby Allin came in, baseball bat and skateboard in hand, okay? But, yeah, we did get to the final thing of the show, was the last tribute for Cody Rhodes, who he was trying to hold back some tears, talking about, he had to write a memo the other day. He was looking for a quote and say, you can judge a man's character by how you treat someone who can do him no good and whatnot. And Cody talked about, described all the stories he's heard from everybody in the wrestling world, how positively they talked about Brodie Lee, and that the guy's a beautiful man, and he just left a beautiful legacy, and he introduced his family, -1, Brodie Jr. and his wife, and I think this is probably some would say one of the most emotional moments of the night. Was just Brodie's boots, and it was like a purple bandana in the ring, as his son was standing right by it, and Tony Khan presented Brodie Lee Jr. with a TNT title, that he was the greatest TNT champion ever. Not saying about Cody, but he talked about he was the greatest TNT champion ever, and that Brodie Jr. will always be the TNT champion for life, as Tony Khan wanted to have one last video package before they went off the air with Brodie Lee. Even showing some clips from, not clips, but a couple holes from WWE, just from his time on the Indies, his family, everything in his wrestling career. So, like I said, tonight was a very great tribute show to Brodie Lee. You have to give a lot of credit to the company for especially pulling out all the stops from him tonight. And like I said, I kind of figured out all the Dark Order members were going to get wins tonight. And someone brought this up to me, is that our Dark Order now kind of obviously face now, just given what's going on. Because even I kind of said that to myself, this is probably the only time we're ever going to see all these guys win matches, because all the time we see them, they always lose. Okay, we always see them lose. And this was when Brodie Lee was still, in the group, or without it, these guys were just glorified job guys. So it's crazy now that they all got wins tonight. I don't know where if this will continue, but I was like, this is probably like one of the only nights that the Dark Order is really going to get any type of wins in this company, if you ask me. So yes, they did get a clean sweep tonight. But like I said before, the company did a lot. I'm sure a lot of people cried out there if they did or not, or just watching this show. And like I said, they pulled out all the stops. They really did. Like, it was like I said, it was a very great tribute show. I like I said, it's not much I can't really say about it. Just like they just honored the man, basically. That's the most I could say. And just kind of what I've seen in the past few days, just the outpour, just love, respect for the guy. That I will say, I've not heard one bad thing about him out of everything I've seen everyone talking the wrestling world. Just from, I don't care if it's from WWE or AEW or any company that acknowledged him or paid some type of tribute to him, I've heard nothing bad. Like, literally nothing bad. And just everybody just talk about how just a great guy he was, family man, just a lot of stuff he did backstage just to help people out. And just the guy was just that much of a likable guy, really, to a lot of people in the back and whatnot. So yeah, that's, like I said, it's just been a lot of great stuff. I already know about the whole I don't know, it was some journalist that tried to write some bullshit article about him or something. I'm not gonna go into that now. Like, you can go look that up. You'll probably know what I'm talking about. But like I said, man, this was a very great tribute episode. It's a shame that they've had to end the year on a very somber note and whatnot, just given the situation. It really sucks. And I've talked, I know some of the stuff I'm saying right now is probably what I said the other day in my end of the year review. Me and my friend, we kind of spoke on it for at least a good 15 minutes and everything, just about what happened. And like I said, we knew AEW is probably most likely going to do some type of tribute show to honor the man. So this was brought up to me today by somebody. Should the Dark Order continue? I don't know, and I asked people that myself. Some people believe not really, because I'll be honest, man, I don't know where this could really go. All right, this crew was never really over. It was just a bunch of job guys. I think some of these guys have potential. Yeah, I look at guys like Stu Grayson. I look at some guys like John Silver. They have potential, all right, but a lot of these others just seem like job guys in general. Like Anna Jay, she has something, so I'll say that too. But just the whole crew, I can't say it was really ever over to begin with. And like I said before, I will give Brodie Lee credit for the time he was there. He did his best to get that crew over. He did. He did his best, because they were never over. They were just job guys, which I still believe they are, and he just basically led a jobber crew. It was just mostly him, because, he was the leader and whatnot, so he had to get over. And, like I said before, it sucks that the guy was only in the company for at least about, 6 months, I'm gonna say. But at least he did accomplish a lot during, his time being there. And, it was very surprising when he came in as the Exalted One, which, I've already said before, I still believe he was miscasted being in this whole Dark Order thing. But, he did his best to get it over. I just never really think he was over in this group. And yes, he was the TNT champion. Even though I wish it would have went a little bit longer, I still think, Cody Rhodes was putting himself over. But kind of given what's going on right now, I guess that may have not been the case. But, it's just mostly usually, Cody putting himself over and whatnot. I think his run as the TNT champion could have been longer. But like I said, given the situation, I think we already kind of know why right now, okay? But, yeah, it's mostly what I could say from all this. And you know, I will say one other thing too. I know this has been going on the internet all day and whatnot. I'm not about to really, go into an argument about how WWE didn't do enough of a tribute for him, which they did Monday. And you can go back and look. They had come on, several wrestlers paid tribute to him using his catchphrase, using the discus clothesline, just several things. And they had a graphic, okay? Like, here's the thing. Yes, Brodie Lee, Luke Harper was in the company WWE longer than he was at AEW, okay? Could they have done like a video package to send Bell Salute? Maybe on Friday they will. I don't know. Or they probably will have a video package for him. But at the same time, it's not like the guy was working for the company at this point. Yes, majority of his career was in WWE, Wyatt family member, Intercontinental champion, or the other accomplishments you want to speak on him about, whatnot. But he was there longer than he was in the in AEW, okay? Because he was only there at AEW for at least about, like I said, 5 to 6 months. But either way, a tribute is a tribute. I'm not going to get mad of who did the better tribute between AEW and WWE. The point is, both paid tribute to this man who was in both of these companies. And that's all you can really take from this. I'm not going to try to do who did what better. Okay, I'm not, and I know I heard that WWE and all our wrestlers in the back wanted to do more and whatnot, and I agree with that too. But I'm not just gonna come on here and just say, "Oh, WWE didn't do enough. WWE shit. They should have did more for him and whatnot." That AEW tonight, AEW did tonight. You knew AEW was gonna do this, okay? Because like I say, he was with the company currently right now, like as in signing contract with the company. He was not with WWE anymore at that point, so. I'm not going to make a competition of who can do the better tribute here, okay? It's not trying to be like that. So, that's what I would say from this. So, just now, try not to make it a competition, because I've just seen way too many people talk about, oh, well, they should have did more of this, or they should have did that. Well, they still did something. It's better than nothing, okay? And the proof was in the pudding on Monday, as the proof was the pudding tonight also, okay? So, yeah. But, yeah, man, I will say, just in closing thoughts of all this, like I said, it was a great show. Bryce said it enough. Just a great tribute. Great video package. Just they pulled out the stops for his family tonight. At the end of the day, it sucks. We know this year has been horrible and whatnot for many, many reasons, and unfortunately, this was just a list, just an addition to the list. Unfortunately, to be capped off near the end of this. Okay, so it does suck that had to happen too. 41 years old, just way gone too soon, man. Like I said before, man, this guy, he was supposed to wrestle for New Japan at one point. I remember he was under contract with them with some type of clause which he was going to be on there too. And I was actually looking forward to that too, to see what his work was going to be over there. And it's a shame that will not really happen. I will say this. I will say at least I did get to see the man wrestle live at least about, one or two times in the past. I do remember seeing him probably a few years ago at Backlash, and I think he wrestled Eric Rowan that night. I know it was kind of a random match. I think it was on that Backlash pay-per-view. I don't think a lot of people cared about the feud, but I did see him on there. I think he was when he was with the Wyatt family back at Payback 2013-14, when it was like that whole Cena Wyatt feud going on, and I did see him there at the time too. So, I will say at least I was fortunate enough to see the man wrestle live. So that's probably like the unless some other times not even really sure, but those are like the two most times I do remember seeing him wrestle when he was Luke Harper at the time. So yeah, it's something I do want to say before ending this whole thing off tonight. Okay. But yeah, though, other than that, that's all I really got to say tonight about this show. Like I said, I already know I'm sounding like a repeated broken record sometimes or whatnot, but like I said, just a great tribute show in general, and I've already repeated 1,000 times now. they put all the stops what they could tonight for this show. Okay, so next week the New Year's Smash show will happen, so we are gonna get that next week. But yeah, man, just crazy emotional night that went on with this show. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of popped a little when I saw Rowan on there. Like I said earlier, I did not really expect Eric Rowan, even if this was a one-off or whatnot. I'm not saying the guy is signed with the company, but it probably just was a one-off, just given for this show tonight, because I had no idea what he was doing or if he was on the. I heard he was on the Indies, but I don't even know what he was doing all this time too. Okay, so it was a just a beautiful show. Okay, that's all I can really say from this. So yeah, man, we lost a good one, man. We really did lose a good one here, but apparently, I think his son's under contract. I don't know how true that was, but I kept hearing something about one of his sons is under AEW contract, or they gave him a contract. I don't know how true that was, but that if it is, I'm like, well, hey, good for him if he getting a free contract. But like I said, I don't know how true that is. I've just been hearing that on the internet the whole day. Okay, that's all I've been hearing. But yeah, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Hoodie890. Check out any review that's up right now. Shout out to the Urban Wrestling Network podcast, Bodega podcast. Check them out too, as myself is included under that website, so you can check out all the stuff from there. Check out my end of the year review. Like I said, we did talk on the whole Brodie Lee passing, so you can go basically right at the beginning of the video. We did speak on that too. So some stuff I'm saying right now is probably from the video last Sunday, I think we recorded, but tonight is the tribute show, so we had a lot more going on this show tonight and whatnot. Okay, but other than that, though, I'm out here. We will be back next week, I guess, when it's back to its regular schedule, and we'll have an NXT review coming up soon. So yeah, man, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace out. Done. Yeah. Yeah.